I am back. It has been a minute. We are 2 weeks into the school year, and I am just getting around. That's not true. I'm just getting around to making a video for you. I've filmed a lot, but I've decided to do something different. Anyway, let's start with a couple things. Number one, my name's Brittany. I'm a second grade teacher in Utah, and welcome to my channel. There's a lot of you who are new here, so welcome. Second thing, yes, I have lost my voice, but no, it is not because I'm sick like I was last year. It's because I went to a football game last night, and I was out till 1 in the morning screaming at football, so thus the lost voice. But today I thought I'd make a quick video. I did film a bunch of footage the first week of school, intending to do a first week of school video, and then decided everybody does that and it was boring. So instead I have decided to do an update on what is working well in my classroom of things that I decided to do over the summer that I kind of briefly mentioned in various classroom setup blogs, and kind of inform you how those things are going and give you some further detail on them. I know this is going to sound really gross with me talking this way this whole time, but welcome to my life where I lose my voice constantly. So I'll show you a couple things that are going well. Okay, the first thing that is going super awesome in my class is Fluency Minute, which is a program I semi-invented over the summer. It's something lots of people do, but I came up with a protocol for myself for how to do it. So let me show you my program. Okay, yes, I am sitting on the floor to show you this because all my supplies for Fluency Minute are stored on the floor because I didn't end up buying a small table to put them on, and there you go, they're on the floor. So basically what Fluency Minute is, that's lighting. Okay, basically what Fluency Minute is an opportunity for students to practice math and reading fluency. Fluency being speed and accuracy for both of those things. So I am doing it as part of morning work. We just spent the first 2 weeks of school kind of training ourselves how to do it. So far it's going super awesome. So let me show you what I am using for it, kind of give you a basic overview of how it works. And yeah, here we go. Okay, so the way Fluency Minute works is each student has one of these page protectors that I bought off of Amazon in their desk. Originally they were empty. Now they contain a reading passage. These reading passages are assigned by the student's level. So like this one is number 3 in my series. I also had kids on number 1, number 2, just assigned by their reading level. And this stays in their page protector. So what will happen is on Monday morning is Math Fluency Minute. So the students will pull out their page protectors. They're going to check to see who their partner is. I'll show you the spinner in just a second. I have a spinner which shows them a partner. They've gone through and written down their partners to match up to those icons that we have. They find that partner. One of the partners is going to pull out a page protector and come up and get the math quiz we are on. So last week we were on quiz 1. So they would pull out, if I can pull it out, quiz 1. And then they put quiz 1 in their folder. These quizzes are from Saxon Math. I purchased the second grade workbooks, and these quizzes are from Saxon Math. So they'll put it inside their page protector. The other partner will grab a minute timer and a dry erase marker, and then they will take turns timing each other and solving the problems. When they're done, they erase it and put it away. I'll show you the recording mechanism for it in just a second. Then that's for Mondays and Wednesdays, or one of the days, I forget which order they go in. And the other days of the week, when it's reading fluency, they'll pull out their own because they each have a different reading passage. So the last one, you just need one folder to slide it into. But when we're doing reading, they each pull out their own. Same process, find a partner, a minute timer, and a marker. This time they read for a minute, and then they just make a mark where they got to. Now we haven't done this part yet, the recording process of it, but let me show you what I created for us to record our progress. So I made these little sheets. So yeah, Monday and Wednesday are words read, Tuesday and Thursday are problem solved. So they'll put their name, a goal for the week. I think I'm going to start out having them let me write their goals for them, and then as we get a little further into the year, they'll create their own goals. Goals would be like, I want to read 95 words this week, or I want to get a 25 out of 25 when I solve my problems, or whatever it is that their goal is. So their progress monitoring sort of worksheet looks like this. So on Monday when they read, they're going to write down how many words they read. I had originally on here how many mistakes, and since I've made a million copies, I think we're going to stick with it. If I did this in the future, I don't know if I would keep that on there. So just keep a kind of tally mark of if they make mistakes. This one, they'll write down how many of the problems they got done in a minute, and then how they felt about it. Was that a hard one, or was it an easy one? And then at the end of the week, when they fill out every single page, they'll write down one thing that was awesome. I just feel like even if everything went poorly, I want them to find something that went well that week to reflect on, and then they'll turn this in at the end of the week. So this is their accountability sheet for Fluency Minute. So all of that stuff is up here at the front of my classroom. Like I said, we haven't done these sheets yet, so that'll be new this week. But the quizzes are all here and the supplies are all here. And then the way that they know their partner is this spinner. I think I read an article on We Are Teachers about how to make this. So I just printed off a circle with the different options, and then I have a fidget spinner with a magnet on the back. And yes, it does fall off the board on occasion. I just have to kind of place it, and I spin it in the morning, and whichever one it is pointing to is their partner for the week. I can't show you the chart because it has all the kids' names on it. But they have a chart that says like mac and cheese and a person's name and PB&J and a person's name. And they went through and got all those partners themselves by walking around the classroom and finding a partner. So they're not like ability grouping or anything. They just picked a kid as their partner. So I'll just spin it and they find that partner to do their Fluency Minute with that morning. One other question that I got about this was asking if we do it as a whole class or if individual students just do it, and they just do it. It's on their morning work. So just as they finish and get to that step, they find their partner and do it. It is not a whole class thing. I'm not monitoring it. And the reason why I'm not is because my big goal with this isn't so much to get accurate data for myself as it is to get them comfortable with moving quickly through math and reading in front of someone else. I want them to be comfortable with moving through that. And I also got asked if the passages I had were too hard because I do have some very, very low readers this week. I already had some passages print out. I just stuck with those, and because I just had them available. But as needed, I have passages that level up, and I can print lower passages as well if I have kids who need something lower. So having access to a wide variety of passages would be important to make this work. So Fluency Minute is one of my systems that is working awesome, and I'm super proud of. Other thing that's working well, glue sponges and these drawers to hold my centers. Also working great. I know that was a lot of talking and going through that all really fast, so if any of what I said didn't make sense or you couldn't understand me because I sound like an 85-year-old man, then go ahead and comment down below and I'd be happy to answer questions. Also, this is a sad day, but we'll get to that later. So I'm gonna go finish changing my calendar and then I will talk to you about one other thing that's going really awesome in my class. While I change the calendar, I'll insert some clips of some funny things that have happened this past few weeks. What in the world is going on back here? I have so many unanswered questions. So I have this light I was going to hang on my wall, and then when it's illuminated, that means you can't talk to me meeting with your group. I decided to write out it on Sharpie. Is it homemade? Yes, but it'll work. So I go to hang it up on the back wall. And I totally wrote on it crooked. So now the hook that it has in the back means that it has to hang like this. Guess which light is about to get duct taped to the wall because I'm not trying to rewrite all those words. Okay, the calendar is updated. Again, if you're new here and you haven't watched any of my old vlogs, I would definitely go back and watch old classroom setup videos because I explained this calendar, which I made last year. These colorful squares are students' birthdays. I let them decorate a calendar square to put on their birthday. It was kind of an accident because I had a ton of these extra squares last year, and then I really liked it, so I decided to do it again. And plus, it's fun to be able to see. And then I have the little magnets for the events that are going on. So that's our current calendar setup, just so you can kind of see what's going on in the room. The focus wall is now filled out. We've got some words up on the word wall. Got some kids' work up there. The guided reading shelf actually has books in there. We've been using this and it's working really well, except for this is the one thing that's not going super well. So I made this rotation chart to function with 7 groups and then decided that using 7 groups would not go really well for me. So this light pink group is now non-existent. I just altered one thing so that they don't have a time to meet with me. So one of my other groups had an extra time. So I guess on the list of things that are not going well, I did have to reorient this a little bit. I left that group up there in case I ever want to change it, and because it was too much of a hassle to reconfigure. Other things that are not going super well, my awesome rain gutter shelf that I was really proud of, apparently contact paper and command hooks are not enough to hold it up. So it is now resting on the bookshelves except for the warped piece right there, and then the command hooks are just holding it from tipping over entirely, but it is a cute display of the books, so I guess it's working semi-decently. Other than that, pretty much everything in the room is functioning pretty well. I've got anchor charts up on the walls now. Yeah, so those are my two things that are not going well. And then the Fluency Minute and one other thing that I wanted to show you are my things that are going really well. Also, I haven't done any grading, so I guess that's not going well either. Okay, pardon the noise in the background from the cleaners and my really awkward angle. I'm trying to block the students' names that are over here on the door. So I talked about this in my classroom setup video. This is a greeting mechanism. I use it when my students exit instead of when they enter. It's become really popular with teachers to kind of build classroom community. So the way it works is at the end of the day, my students all line up right here, and on their way out the door, they tap just like this, one of these options, and that is how I say goodbye to them for the day. So if they hit this, we high five, hug, fist bump, handshake, or I wave, and then I call them by name and say goodbye to them. It's just an opportunity for me to give them some sort of personal contact as they leave and make their day end on a positive note. It's also a good way for me to feel connected to my students, to be accountable for knowing who's there and how they're feeling at the end of the day. It's really simple because they just tap it, and they like it so much that just about every time we walk out of the room, they're trying to select options. I don't let them do it anytime but at the end of the day, because I want this to be a special end of the day opportunity. But it has been really neat. I know lots of teachers use this as a greeting in the morning, and that works really well too. For me, I use it at the end of the day because that just works better with how I do my morning, but they just choose one, and that's how we end our day. Alright, so I know this video is kind of short and abrupt and a little bit all over the place, but basically I just wanted to update you on a couple of the things that are going on in my classroom. Those are the two main things that I've gotten questions on from people who know me or I work with, and I figured you might potentially be interested as well. So those are the two things that are going well, the things that are kind of like a little all over the place, but we're 2 weeks into school and honestly things are going quite superbly. So I'm going to catch up on grading because that's not going well, and grab their spelling list, and then I'm getting out of here because I stayed up till 1 in the morning last night and I'm pretty much wiped out. So that's about all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you to all those of you who have recently. It's really great to have you on board, and I will be back eventually with more interesting things to share. If you have anything in particular you do want to know about my classroom, or things that you do want me to share, videos you want me to make, please let me know. I'm happy to take suggestions. And that's all I got for you today. See ya.